that approach is wrong. What I think we should start doing before the budgetary period, have these meetings, this district sitting, understand the issues of the district. Once the issues of your district are understood, you now have two different ways of approaching it. There are some that national government can undertake. So you use those, the ministers that the ministry that are concerned. Sometimes the two branches should not operate in isolation. So you come to the public works minister, for example, because in our district right now we have so many bad roads. So, Mr. Minister, can we take a breakfast tour in my district?
Those were obvious that you prefer to.
That's I say have these things doing but before budgetary period.
Okay.
So you know the issues. You can now deal with for example, as I said, the public works minister. So we have this problem in our district, bad roads. Take a breakfast tour in the district some morning and let the minister ride on some of those bumpy roads and see that. So as a chief, can you include some of, I think, in the budget this year, our roads? So that one can be taken care of by national government. So you don't need district fund for that. You also look at your health sector. You have JFK in our district. So get the health minister and say, look at JFK. This is my heart.
But JFK has a budget.
I agree, but you can also influence it by your position because it is sitting in your district, and that's an advantage. So you get these guys and see how can you solve some of these problems to reduce the risks. So if you have all these guys lined up, you push your agenda more, then you find that before you even get to the district fund, you have solved most of your problems by pushing them to the ministers, and they also include them in there on the budget. And you already know that they are there. It's easy for you to push and pass when it gets to the house of passage. Then I also said, in our district also, one of the key projects that were undertaken by the current, after 4 years, we saw 21 hand pumps in 21 communities. I said, for crying out loud, this is Motorado County, this is Monrovia. We have pipe-borne water in the district. What do we need hand pumps all around? You get on top of the bar, you see people pumping water, hand pump in this time and age. So we need pipe-borne water. So some of the communities have this pipe-borne water and encourage people to start paying water bills. Because if you start paying for your water bills, you find that you reduce your typhoid risks. Right now you go to the hospital every day is either malaria or typhoid. So the money that you take to pay for your typhoid treatment from drinking from hand pump, you can use that money to pay your water bill. And instead of also buying water by plastic every day to those sachets water to drink, you have safe drinking water in your house. You reduce the cost of living by also reducing money for buying sack of water by just paying your bills and having pipe-borne water right in your room, in your house. So look at some of this and push our pipe-borne water projects. Then also I said our educational sector also right now, we complain that it's a mess and it's this, but how can we solve some of these problems? Right now we talk about vocational schools and other things. How many vocational institutions do we have? We have few. So
in the district,
besides in the district we have the LORC, and right now we have the Global Institute which is established there. But what we need right now, how can we have in our school curriculum vocational skills training from 7th grade, for example, up to 12th grade, so that by the time you graduate from high school, after 6 years, you have learned some basic trade that you are ready to use in the job market upon your graduation, even while you are still in school. So by the time you put out a graduate, let's say for example 40,000 graduate every year by the country. So you are putting out 40,000 students with ready skills to impact the economy. So over a period of time, you build a middle class system that we're all yearning for. People talking about want to build a middle class. They don't explain how they will build this middle class. We've been fighting to see this middle class for the past 35 years. We still cannot see it. Well, if we have vocational skills in our grade schools and students are graduating with these skills, you find that once this guy graduates, if parents do not have the money to send him to school, what do you find doing? Either if I learn carpentry, I open my little carpenter shop, start doing something and start taking some carpentry contracts. If I learn tailoring as a trade, I open my tailor shop and start into fashion designing. If I learn soap making, I start doing something. So you find that at different levels, Liberians start getting busy. But because of that, you find that people are not there So you graduate, if you don't have a career, and you also not having the opportunity to go to college, so you find yourself in the community. So after a few moments of hanging around, you start indulging different things. So that's why we start complaining that people are getting into drugs and pills and other things. So
no. Although it's not time to campaign, but Madam Youngblood or Honorable Youngblood, she's from one of the biggest parties in the Republic of Liberia, the CDC, a major opposition party in Liberia. And you saying that you will be a formidable candidate in 2017. But let's look at the possibility. Are you not afraid the father should be contesting on the party ticket and you will be on the other side? What do you think that you can, unseat democratically? This is serious.
Yeah, there's nothing there to be afraid of. As I said, right now we are working with every group in the district at different levels. Entertainment, we are there. Talk with the marketeers, we are there. People that have been abused as drug addicts.
Why do you think you should be the chosen one?
I just outline a few of the things that
because of the projects.
Those are some of the things that we are driving on, and I outline those are some of the suggestions that I made to also during the last district sitting. So these are things that we intend to see, and also we go to work. We graduate from we go to our various workplaces, and for example, you are retired, you walk away with practically nothing. And if you don't have the opportunity to grow in the rank of wheresoever you work to make good salary, and you are retired, you go to NASCOP, your national social security benefit is 6%. So take 6% of $200 US dollar, for example. It's just transporting yourself from your house to NASCOP and back. What can that do? And those are laws that have been on our books for years. What are we doing to change them to suit our current state? For example, in Ghana, the social security, the pension scheme is about 18%. Sierra Leone is about 16%. Nigeria is about 18%. What are we doing in Liberia? We stay using 6%.
So you are going to change it?
Now we are telling them to change it for now. If they can't change it, we're looking at going to also change it. Those are things that we should change.
You are speaking authoritatively.
Yeah, because it's something that if you actually have passion for people, if you work for people, if you work and you see people being pensioned and their living standard drop, what are we doing to solve those? It's not a matter of being selfish. You should now be selfish, because if people are happy and you see the joy on the faces of people, you tend to have less stress. But if everybody frown up, you wake up in the morning, we all want it from you. Hey, some morning you come. As you come to knock at your gate, I say, I want to see your Liberia where I don't have to knock on the gate of my president when I need money. I don't have to knock on the gate of my lawmaker when I need something to eat or send my children to school. I should wake up that if the day my children's school fees are due, I should afford to pay. If I go to the hospital, I should also afford to pay for my basic tests. I don't need to cancel some of my tests because I cannot afford to pay for the test, and at that rate, I will only be tested for what I pay for, and probably I'm gonna have the wrong, they might diagnose the wrong thing and only treat me for probably right now malaria typhoid. Probably I'm gonna have something else under it, but because I don't have the money to pay for the test, I cannot take the test. So that sickness will be there and be eating me up while thinking I'm only solving malaria and typhoid problem. So they are different things that we should start looking at. How can we change this country?
Okay, let's take two calls. For those of you who are monitoring us live in district number 9, you can call this morning 0770207220. Now, not only district number 9, but Monrovia, the rest of our counties. You can call Fubbi F8 Herrings. He's from that district of Mona Pen Youngblood. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Brown. Good morning, your studio guest.
Yeah.
I just want to take this time to tell the Almighty God, thank you for the head worker, thank you for the journalists, and thank you for the Liberian people. And thank you for our disabled brothers and sisters. For those of our brothers and sisters that are here today, may the Almighty God send a healing hand there. I also say thank you for the 2017 election for God to send all a God-fearing leader. My brother, I wish you many, many more Christmas to meet you and your entire family. You have made my day. Social security in Nigeria is a more great to us. And we have already launched that to make sure that our law is changed. And if you can come out and talk about social security, I think we'll join you in district number 9. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to bless the people of district number 9. Thank you. May God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Tamad, and he will react to that. Good morning.
Good morning, Baron.
Yes.
Good morning to your studio guest. Why I have not started the show from the beginning, but the brother is well, but you know, when people start advocacy, at the end, they won't do the real, what is really advocated for. There's a lot of people who keep the position to advocacy. At the end, they deal with themselves, you know, because at the even they go there.
He left the line. He left the line. When we have to take our commitment this morning, he will react to that. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Yuno. This is Samuel Yuno, a resident of district number 9.
Yes, sir.
And I'm a senior leader for that matter. Let me say this. It is often said that anyone who thinks he's leading without a follower is just taking a walk. And I think the young man instituted a philanthropist politician. He's only taking a walk because Madam Youngblood has absolutely no contender in the district. We have absolutely no serious mandate contender that can defeat Madam Youngblood come 2017, taking into consideration her track records, you know, her ability to lead and what she has been doing in the district. So I don't even know him. The news sounds so strange. And those of them who are declaring their ambition and kind of thing, saying that they want to contest, nobody knows they're in the district. So I don't know how they really going to make it in the district.
Okay, yes, don't know him. Yes, this is the final column, my people. Yes, good morning.
I just went off the line.
Yeah, your line is breaking up. You have to change your location.
Yeah, this is okay, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying, Baron. No, we love the advocacy, but it's true advocacy. Things will change. And that's to say where people are used to pick up arms and, you know, to carry on destruction at the time. So for the better interior, I know that I've missed the opposition, the medical that since 2017, that's better just because from the RBC we said, as we believe that RBC is one of the activists, and it's a different, and RBC we said okay, another better.
Okay, thank you for that. Yes, do you want to react to that?
Yeah, I want to react to the first caller on the social security, and I think he spoke well. Well, these other guys, I know you know, so I know. Sometimes we don't want
the opinion leader.
We don't want to drag ourselves into some of those kind of discussion. But as I'm saying, the issue is how can we live Liberia, and how can we change Liberia, and how can we impact Liberia? How can we wake up from bed and I know that I don't have to go and line up and queue to somebody's gate to beg them for money, to beg for handout? How can we wake up from bed and know that there are opportunities all around?
That's what politicians say, you know.
No, this is why we are more practical in our approach. We are not just walking around and getting on radio and making loud noise. We go into the communities, we identify issues, and we go to solve them. So we're not telling people that vote for me because I can give you pipe-borne water. Vote for me because I can build you public toilet. Vote for me because I can build you hand pump or some foreign centers. We are telling you that those things that you can do for yourself should not be the basis of electing people. And you should also follow people's track records. So don't just elect people because I come and give you $50 or I give you one bag of rice during campaign period and you hail me for being something good. And so those are not things that we are telling people. So we're telling people now the reason for election should be things that will change the country. Looking at 20, 30 years projection of the country. We're not making noise. I want to tell people, noisemakers have not done anything for this country. So the more noise that we make, we will just...
So why? You're not noise maker.
No, I'm not a noisemaker.
Okay.
I'm not a noisemaker.
Okay.
So that's why you see
Okay.
how we are taking our approach from a different angle, and we are like telling the communities, be there for yourself. That's the only way. Self-reliant is the approach that we are telling people, because the more that we can start being we rely on ourselves more, it is better for us, and we are making impact. And I would say the issue is, let's do it. Let's look at Liberia. If it is for us, it has to be by us. If Liberia is to change, only Liberians can change Liberia.
Do you have anything to say that we did not mention in this interview? We don't have time.
I just want to also extend the Merry Christmas out to people, and let's look at Liberia from, look at the coming 2016, because we are already ended 2015. So let's look at 2016 with better hopes. Those things that we did not achieve in 2015, let's see how we can start to fix them and look at Liberia from a different angle, and let's put Liberia up. As we said, this is the only country that nobody can deport you from, but they put you in jail if you do wrong. But let us keep Liberia as our prime subject and hold her high, because if Liberia gets better, it is better for all of us. We can walk the street at any time. We can wake up and go to the hospital anytime and get medical treatment. That we don't have to look for plane tickets to go out of the country to treat ourselves. We can be proud of our university graduates, that they will not graduate and we see them struggling looking for jobs. So, and all the callers that are called, thanks for your view, and you entitled to what you want to say. So those are things that we want to drag into.
Thank you, man. I wish you were in your political endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, let's take this break. His name is Fubbi F8 Henrys, and from District Number 9. He said he will contest in 2017 against the incumbent Youngblood, Madam Youngblood, or Representative Youngblood. I don't want to be in trouble this morning, but we will be back after our break.
Oh my God.